Hi everyone, Happy New Year and welcome back to Beach Angel Tarot. I am here to do my 2026 energy reading and we're going to dive right in and see what's coming up for our new year. For those that are wanting their own personal private reading, I will put a link below. This reading will probably be listed in my shop until the end of January. So let's get started and see what's coming. I don't do opening and closing oracles with this one because it's just a short connecting energy read for the upcoming year. So, and if you do purchase, it'll be like 10 to 15 minutes long. They usually around 12 minutes, sometimes longer if I get, I will give you all the information I get, but I don't go into a lot of purposeful detail like in some of my other readings. So that being said, let's dive in. I feel like you should get a good idea from this reading as well. So let's see what Spirit's saying is not coming. What will not be following us into 2026? So this is going to be something that will not follow us energetically into 2026. And I just get drawn to a deck. I'm going to use this one. I'm being drawn to this one. It's talking to me. I don't know that I've ever picked this one for this part of the reading, but I am being drawn. So we're going to see what is not following us into 2026. You don't need to do anything. You're just going to realize that eventually into 2026, this, and I always look at it as an energy that is negative. So if I pull a positive card, it's going to be something that has been blocking that positivity from coming through, just to let you know. So we're going to see what is not following us into 2026. And we have, wow, worn out. So that's, I love it. That's pretty simplistic and it is coming up as a negative. So being worn out, not, getting enough rest, not being rested enough, not giving enough energy to yourself, wearing yourself to a frizzle, maybe not having enough boundaries, but feeling like, you don't have enough energy. Worn out is pretty across the board easy, what is the word? Obvious. There's a like Mr. Obvious. It's an obvious, straightforward message. You're not going to be feeling worn out. So for a lot, that means you're going to have more energy. You're going to be feeling better. If you've been having health issues, you're going to get restored and feel re-energized, right? There's a sense of restoration with that. And you can see she's spending time near the water, which of course, does help with that rejuvenation. So for some, this can mean too that you're going to be able to release things that have been keeping you from spending time in your favorite places in nature and going outdoors more, doing these types of things where you can get restored and recharged more easily. But as a general, what's not following you is this worn out energy drag, right? So I love seeing that. What is the overall theme for 26? And I like to use my chakra cards for this. What is the overall theme for 2026? And you can see how this reading is very simplistic. Oh, I've had a bit of a chest cold, so do excuse, and that's why my voice sounds so strange, but I feel fine. It's just a little bit of a stickler of a cough left. So what is your overall theme? What is our overall theme for 26? And we have choice. So we have the solar chakra, free will, courage, willpower, and change. So you're gonna have the courage and the willpower to create change and to perhaps even free yourself from situations, maybe that were wearing you out or dragging things on or depleting your energy. But the solar chakra is again a recharging. It's solar, right? It's the stomach area, the digestion, the how we digest and assimilate life in general. So this could be a chakra, an area that is going to be important for some. So paying more attention, perhaps this could lead into as a theme, paying more attention to what you eat, the choices in foods. Not a judgment, but just making better choices day to day as much as you possibly can. I feel like radical change, I know for myself, has meant failure. Like if I try to do too many things with my diet all at once, it leads to like I can't sustain that. So I just have made a choice to try to choose the best thing in the moment that I have available, right? As many times as possible. So if you do that more the majority of the time in that direction, you have better results over a longer period of time, right? So for some, this is a theme is going to turn into paying more attention to diet, paying more attention to the things that you put in your body and ingest and digest in general. For others, this can be huge changes, becoming physically stronger in the core, working on your abs as an example. And this can also be making those energetic, having the courage of the energy and the energy to make huge life changes that maybe have been affecting your free will. If you feel like you don't have free will or you don't have choices, that can lead to burnout. That can lead to feeling worn out, right? Because you always feel like you're trapped or you're fighting something. So I feel like a huge liberation energy with the both of these in combination, quite honestly. So I do see for some, this could be a massive change in a direction that is allowing more freedom as well. So take it as it resonates. What is love life energy? And we're going to use this deck. What is our love life energy for 26 as a collective? And if you're not worried about your romantic love life, you can use this as the love of life, your love of life. So take it as it resonates. So just think about that in that aspect too. So for some, you're not really worried about your love life. It's established and whatnot. So love life is amethyst, transformation, certainty, and confidence. And that's lovely because it goes right along with this. This would be self-empowerment. The solar chakra represents to me confidence, to have a strong core, energetically, physically, whatnot. Even doesn't matter physically or energetically, but it exudes confidence, right? You feel like if you feel good in your body, you feel better, right? So doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be bodily for everybody, but there's that sense there. But there's going to be a transformation and you're going to be feeling more confident and less doubtful, right? And you're going to be feeling certain about your choices. I absolutely love that. And feeling more confident. And this could be a huge change for you, maybe some have just gotten to the point where enough is enough and you have felt, how do I want to say, like not being confident over time can wear you out because you're constantly fighting an internal battle. Like you may not even realize it, like thinking about this or that, things that you can't do or you don't feel strong enough to accomplish or confident enough to accomplish can start to wear your energy down as well. Just the thought, the mental patterns in it. But the love life, this is coming up as love life or love of life. But in your love life, there's going to be a transformation. You're going to be certain about what's going on in your love life. You're going to have more confidence in where you stand in your love life. And I absolutely love to see that. So we have, we're going to do another one. I always do the second card here with this love deck. I like this little love deck. It's just the cutest thing. And I like to use it in my romance and relationship readings. So I'm going to add this aspect to it. So we're going to get another layer for love life here. And I will know it when I see it. Oh, there it is right there. We have bonding. As you get to know each other, you discover more things in common. So there is a more, spending more time together, learning more about each other, and getting to know each other better. And I'm also hearing getting to know yourself in relationship. So understanding your own needs, understanding your own emotional reactions and triggers, if you will, things that kind of maybe emotionally set you off in relationship. Bonding more with that part of yourself can only improve the feedback or the mirroring back that you get in a relationship. And that's where mirroring is often the strongest, is in these romantical, intimate relationships, because that triggers a lot of emotional things that have been held within. So very interesting, because I feel like those things are kind of held in the gut. They're held in the solar chakra. So this coming up as strengthening, and you even see the sun here as that solar chakra. This is going to be a part of these choices within, right? So you're going to learn more about yourself, and then it's going to be reflected about coming back with learning more about your partner. So what is the financial energy in 26? Let's see where I want to go. Financial energy. Let's use the energy deck itself and see what it says. Financial energy in 26. And I feel like this is it. And it says door to spirit. So I feel like you're going to get some extra help from spirit itself. We have the peace stuff kind of coming, or the Holy Spirit coming in. So it may feel, I don't want to say miraculous or miracle. Miracles is the Course in Miracles says, is a shift in perception. So you may start to see yourself more abundantly, and then that allows it to be mirrored back to you. But there is some kind of intervention, spiritual intervention in regards to finances for those that are tuned into this reading. And 32 is 5. So May particularly could be coming up as important. So we see good energy coming in and extra help with finances in this upcoming year. In what areas should you place your focused energy for best results? And I'm going to use the chakra deck again. Focus energy for best results. And it is intelligence. I love that. So education, knowledge, perception, flexibility. So we should focus on, of course, always learning. We're always learning. I just heard somebody say that the other day. It was in a movie or something. It said, you're always the student. So no matter what level you get to, always consider yourself the student. I'm always learning. Never feel like you have reached, because that becomes boring, and then you think you know everything, and you're missing out on things that you may benefit you. So this could be, focusing on literally going back to school. This could be, researching saints and learning more about spirituality, learning more about yourself, as we've talked about in here, right? So this can come in many ways. Also the flexibility, being flexible, and again, that kind of goes along with not thinking that you have nothing more to learn or nothing more to understand. Sometimes when we learn big life lessons, we feel like, okay, we learned that lesson, we're done with it. But sometimes it'll come back around and say, did you really learn that lesson? But realize that yourself, your higher self, is doing that. There's no outside force that is punishing you. It's just allowing you to awaken. We're awakening to our own internal ascension process of who we truly are as the creator being. So it could be learning in many of those different aspects, like learning a new career, learning more about spirituality, learning more about yourself, but also, reminding to be flexible in regards to it. And again, we talked about this card bringing a miraculous miracle energy, and I had mentioned the miracle is a shift in perception, and it says perception. So for some, you may be reading the Course in Miracles as well, because I put those two together, and learning more about that too. So take it as you will, take it as it resonates. I am being guided to add one more, and I'm going to ask what goddess will represent us the most in 2026. So what goddess energy will we most likely resemble to ourselves and to others throughout 2026? And I like how the sun is coming in. There is a lot of solar energy in this reading, how it's coming in the window right now, because it was cloudier earlier, so I'm surprised that it's shining on that like that right now. So focusing on what goddess energy will we resemble the most to others and ourselves in 2026. It's kind of funny how it came out that way. And we have Athena, inner wisdom. So it's like an inner knowing, an intuition, knowing things into being. So that's a good way to, like, our assumptions for manifestation. It says, you know what to do. Trust your inner wisdom and take appropriate action without delays. So following your own inner guidance more keenly, but you're going to appear more wise to others and to yourself. And it kind of very much goes along with the intelligence. So it's our own internal guidance system, if you will. So our own GPS, our own internal GPS is guiding. And look at the sun coming in on her. So once again, if you'd like your own personal reading, click the link below. Be taken to my Etsy shop. It should be up until about the end of January, and then I will take it down again probably till next November, and then it'll be available again. at that time. And of course, I have other readings in the shop as well. So, yeah, angel blessings to everyone. I don't know when, I was trying to think in my mind while I'm talking, when I will be posting another reading. If you have any suggestions or ideas for subjects and different readings you'd like, please feel free to put them in the comments or send me an email at beachangeltarot@yahoo.com. I will try to put that in the description too. I need to get better about putting things in there. But yeah, I'm not sure what my next one will be. Maybe a Yamaya Womb of Creation for January or something. I'd like to get back to doing those every month because I did enjoy those. So anyway, angel blessings to everyone. Oceans of love. Happy New Year.